What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I am Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by the podcast dad himself, Choops. What is going on, brother? How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
I cannot complain one bit. It is great to see you. And as everybody can see, we are not alone tonight. Super fucking pumped to have you back here. It's always a good time. And he stays ready to do this. This is...
I didn't think that we were going live right now, so I thought this was a safe space.
I forgot. I forgot to push in the waiting room. That was a complete accident on my part. I apologize, but you guys know why. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us tonight. As always, remember to follow us on X at Junkies Pod, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but most importantly, do us a huge favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We need your help to get there. I believe the number right now is 407, but podcast dad, if you could tell our audience that magic number that we have in mind.
Like I said, just one. Again, this is going to be the theme until probably next kickoff. One more win like the playoffs or the Bengals would have got to get into the playoffs, and we would have been
You're
there.
choosing fucking violence today, and I don't appreciate it.
Just one person. Please tell one person about the pod. If you like what we're doing here, come join us. We're having some fun. We have fun guests like Rob.
Yeah, I mean, this is Rob's second time on the show right now, and I mean, it's
third time.
Shit, yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right. My bad.
Podcast dad's the one that wasn't there on the first one, dude. And
that's true. That's true. But very similar to how we're feeling tonight. That's kind of what happened the last time or the first time you and I talked. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Before we get into talking about a little bit of everything, make sure you're following our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network. Remember at @mainevent_net on all social media platforms. If you like great live podcasts, blogs, fan art, memes, vicious rants, you name it, we have it. Go support the crew over at Main Event Wrestling Network and support our friends at Gorilla Press Apparel. Remember, gorillapressapparel.bigcartel.com. Promo code WJP2024. 25% off site wide. I mean, again, if you've gone over to this website and checked out the merch, it's incredible designs, and you'll see stuff from the legendary Gary J. That stuff is flying off of the shelves. He is, again, one of the hardest working guys in the business, and he is all about Gorilla Press. If you're a wrestler, manager, referee, promoter, you need some merch for those tables. Again, gorillapressapparel.bigcartel.com. They got you. Rob, it has been a fucking minute since we have gotten to talk to you. If you could, it's been a minute. Catch us up. What's been going on?
Oh, damn it, dude. I really wish Carmen was in here right now because I need him to stop me. Man, 2024 was a big year, man. I think I did 122 shows all year. Got to travel literally all over the country, specifically the East Coast, and made a few awesome debuts and everything. And a little bit of a slow start to 2025, but I'm not complaining whatsoever. I could use the break.
That's fair. Is Carmen going to join us or no?
Unfortunately, he cannot make it. Had an emergency, a burst pipe in his wall, so that is definitely more important than talking to a bunch of DJs.
No, it's not. That burst pipe's going to be there when the pod's done anyway.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, that's the difference between me and Carmen, dude. The plumber could be literally behind me asking questions, and I would be in here right now. That's the difference between me and him.
Dedication. Dedication. I have 2 children, and I'm here.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, Carmen.
Yeah, I don't. So.
Yeah, Carmen.
Yeah. We all have a burst pipe before.
Yeah.
So one just happened to result in children. So what you said 2025 is a bit off to a slow start. Do you have anything coming up? Do you have anything that you want to plug real quick?
Absolutely.
While we remember.
Absolutely. On Friday, as long as this snowstorm that we're allegedly getting in Atlanta doesn't actually happen the way the weather says, I should be down my first show of the year down in Mobile with DCW Diamond Championship Wrestling. Me and Carmen have been with them for close to a year right now. Really enjoy going down there. And Saturday, I'm right back in the booth at TWE. We've got Everything Has Changed coming up this weekend, and boy, has everything changed up there for sure. Outside of that, AWE just had a huge weekend about a week and a half ago. I got in the ring and hit a stinger splash on Pastor Donald Jakes. I have never been happier in my life. I pulled something in like the pectoral region whenever I did that too. I've literally, I don't know what's going on here. I think something's torn or something. He's got like a hunk of meat just kind of just hanging right here right now, and it just sucks. But I'll figure it out. It was worth it just to get the stomp a mud hole in Pastor Jake for a second.
So
can't argue with that.
Mr. Cincinnati, don't interrupt me. So a lot has changed in TWE, and one of the things that has changed is
read my fucking mind.
Timothy Bosby and this new attitude. What the hell happened, and what's the feeling in TWE right now?
Dude, it's so wild. Like I watched that action show live. Supporting Carmen, Dylan, obviously love so many people over there. And like I'm expecting, like, all right, Bosby's gonna want that get back. He's gonna want that championship back in a bad way, and then doesn't even get a chance to get in the ring and actually properly start the match. And yeah, Boz is one of those dudes that we've been putting him over big at TWE. Me and Mose have both been unapologetic about how much we think that kid is. He's really one of the big. I think you could say he's a future professional wrestling in a lot of ways. Like he's so good at so many aspects of what it takes to be a good professional wrestler. Like unbelievably talented in the ring. Him and Derek Neal had an absolute banger. He absolutely did deserve it, Pat. You're 100% right. But yeah, him and Derek Neal had a banger not too long ago. Him and Warhorse had a best of 3 series at TWE that was unbelievable, with him getting the 2-1 victory over Warhorse. And then now this, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I know we're expecting to see him this weekend. It's going to be one of those things. Like I'm kind of on the edge of my seat, just waiting to see what happens next with him.
I mean, I remember when we saw him at SCI, and nicest guy you could ever meet. And
yeah,
we had him on the show recently, and man,
not the nicest guy.
And
I wrote a fucking poem for the guy, and that didn't. Yeah,
and you're kind of seeing that with Dylan too. Like you're seeing that with Dylan. Like,
yeah, he yelled at us.
It's one of those things that really surprised me. Not surprised me that he would have Tim's back like that, because I know that he thinks very, very highly of Tim. But like Dylan's a guy that I've always like. Bosby ain't the only one that can say Dylan's a mentor, right? Like literally all of us can say that. But like I don't think any of us ever quite saw this side of Dylan. That's so crazy. Like just seeing him just get as aggressive as he's been right alongside with Bosby, so wild right now.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
It's exciting for you because you don't have to work with them every 2 weeks. Like it's.
No,
I'm kind of scared.
No, I am scared because again, I've seen him in person and I've been next to him, and he's a scary individual. And now he's got a mean side to him, which is even scarier. And he's got somebody in his ear telling him to do this, which is even scarier. So
seeing what's wild is I thought you were talking about Dylan for a second. Like I've seen security footage of him beating people's ass at the TWE arena. That's like Dylan's not the guy you want to mess with either.
Well, that's good to know. It's good to know. Next time I'll calm Eric down. Dude. And have him on. You got him riled up.
What's he now? Realistically, what's he going to do to us,
brother?
Ask that.
Be careful next time you come to SCI.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's fine. I'll just stop writing the fucking check.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's a good point.
Thank you. All right, so Rob, I've been meaning to ask you because I've been seeing a lot of these on your socials lately. Man, what's going on with the karaoke? You're sounding fucking great these days, my guy.
I appreciate that. So that is as I'm sure a lot of people know at this point, Carmen used to be in a band back in the day. And the band was like, hey, dude, we're going to do the cover band route. And Carmen was like, I don't want to do that. And then left. I don't know if that's exactly why he left, but that was one of the things that happened whenever he left. And that band became this band, J-Time. And they do these emo night shows all over Alabama on a regular basis. And anytime that me and Carmen don't have a show that night, or in the case of this last one, he literally came right after New South, we go over there and get on the stage with him. And it's been awesome. Like I haven't been able to perform in a capacity like that in so long. Literally, I think it was like the first time I got on stage with J-Time, I think it was like 6.5 years after the last time I've been on stage like that. And it's been really fun. It's been a really nice outlet, and they give me more and more songs every time I go. And now I'm starting to remember why I didn't like performing that much, because I just get wore out up there on stage.
Oh yeah.
What's the go-to song for you?
I know they've been pretty much the one constant on all the shows that I've been doing has been Sugar We're Going Down. But I think at the last show, I even surprised like, I'm not one of these. I'm not going to sit here and put myself over. I don't think I'm that great of a vocalist. I don't think I'm that great of a commentator. I don't think I'm that great at anything that I do. But whenever I went back and heard the footage of me doing Crazy Bitch, I was like, hold on, though. I was like, I didn't know I had that in me. Like, I think that's probably going to be the one from now on. I kind of nailed that shit.
Hell yeah.
So recently, and we have no format, but recently you celebrated your 4-year WrestleVersary, if I'm
right
not
now
mistaken.
Yep.
There's one picture on there that I have pulled up.
Which one?
And
they're all good ones.
I gotta know what's the story behind this one.
So,
and where did you get that bat?
I'll tell you, dude. I hope it's an interesting enough story. So to clarify, January was the month that I first started helping out around wrestling. I first did commentary in March, and literally the way that I got in, I'm sure most people know at this point, I was doing a podcast that was a part of the Talking Shop universe. It was exclusive to their Patreon. And in January of 2021, I was at Doc Gallows' house. We were filming a bunch of Sex Ferguson videos and stuff together. They're still on his Instagram if you guys go scroll, and they're hilarious. And I told him, literally, I was like, hey, like, I go to these shows all the time. If there's ever anything I could do to help out, please, let me know. And he was like, I'm going to take you up on that offer, be at the venue at 2. And that was just how it started. And I just started, just helping out, setting up chairs, I helped Gallows and Zicky out with their merch tables multiple times. And then in March, I got to do commentary. So that picture is from the second night that I did commentary. My first weekend in the business was the Aces and Eights reunion weekend. So that picture was taken after the main event of the second night of those 2 shows. It was Aces and Eights consisting of Doc Gallows, D'Lo Brown, Mike Knox, Wes Briscoe, and Eric Bischoff's kid, Garrett Bischoff. Garrett Bischoff. Yeah. It was those 5 against these guys in this group called the Highwaymen. Which is a group that Gallows used to be a part of back before he had went to the WWE, I believe. Jake Davis and a bunch of other phenomenal wrestlers out of that like West Virginia, Baltimore area. And they had this match called Lethal Lariato, which was basically just a badass street fight. D'Lo Brown threatened to beat me with a bell during that match. It was awesome. And that bat was one of the weapons used in the match. And I literally just afterwards, I was like I said, this is literally my second night in the business. I'm such a mark. I just looked at my wife. I was like, get the camera out. I got to get a picture of this. And that was literally like the first thing I ever put on my merch table was little like 5x7 photos of me holding the bat.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Gentlemen, let's we got to talk a little bit of WWE, man. It's been a busy week and the hits keep on coming. New Year's Evil took place last night. The Rock just decided he's gonna show up as well. So a lot to dive into here. Podcast Dad, I know that you watched it live, and I know what happened, but take me through kind of we're gonna watch this through your eyes. So let's start with the opener. Roxanne Perez, Julia, NXT Women's Championship. Down goes Perez. Julia is the new women's champion. Your initial reaction to that title change?
It was time, right? Roxanne's going to be great on the main roster. I voted for her as like women's wrestler of the year because I thought she carried that division. She did. I mean, name a bad Roxanne Perez match. I dare you. Yeah. You can't. I thought she did fantastic carrying that NXT flag. She's going to do great on the main roster. It's time. Julia's amazing in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, just crazy good. And this is up there as one of those early match of the year contenders because this was a very, very good match. And then later in the night, you had Vakor win the number 1 contendership for the North American Championship, and we're off and running. Like they're ready to take over with these big signings that they've made. And I don't know how long these 2 will be in NXT, but I'm going to enjoy the ride because I think we're going to get a lot of fun stuff happening.
Yeah, for sure. And we, especially when they both debuted about the same time, we were kind of wondering, okay, how is this going to fall? How is this going to work? They're both stars that deserve that shine. I think that, I don't think that anybody's going to complain with Julia running the women's division and then Stephanie Vaquer, once she takes that title off of Fallon Henley, which this would be her biggest test to date as well. But Rob, your thoughts on this match, Roxanne, Julia, the presentation, floor's all yours, man.
So, full disclosure, I didn't watch the show, but
I only one here.
Probably. I asked my wife earlier. I said, "Give me a rundown," because I was walking in and out. I saw a few little segments here and there. I will say I agree wholeheartedly with a lot of what Podcast Dad just said. I think that Roxanne has been absolutely awesome in her time as the women's champion and everything. I think she's gonna do super good no matter what happens next. And Julia's great. I'm so pumped to see her with that championship. Her specific Stephanie Vaquer I'm more of a fan of, but Julia's another one that like those were both of those signings I think were two of the best decisions that have been made in the year of 2024 with NXT.
Yeah, those two are gonna tear it up this year. Eventually, they're going to feud, and it's going to be families.
So that's gonna be so. Dude, Stephanie Vaquer is like both of them are so good, but I'm such a mark for Stephanie. She's so good.
Yeah, and this is for newer audiences, getting introduced to Julia. It's she's a different level, man. She is. It's a different, and I'm not doubting Stephanie Vaquer at all. I haven't seen as much, obviously, but Julia's give her a 2-month title run, put her in the main roster, and have her tear it up with those up there. And
absolutely, I think a really good comparison. I don't know. I hope I'm not overselling it too much here, but I genuinely feel similarly about Julia's arrival in NXT as I did with Nakamura's whenever he did years ago, where he was such a dog in Japan. He was that was the dude that he was incapable of having a bad match. And Julia was very much the same way. I don't think she was as tenured as Nakamura was when he came to NXT, but even still like over there and Stardom and everything, she's just everything Julia was doing was so good.
Well, hopefully this isn't the peak for Julia like it was for Nakamura.
Yeah.
Was there any indication of who her first program might be as far as all right, so just gonna let her bask in it, for now and
did you see the closing shot of the show?
No, I did not. So I finished off. I did watch Rock's segment in full. So I don't necessarily, as far as closing shot, I don't remember it necessarily.
So the closing shot was Oba on one side holding up the title, Julia on the other side holding up the title, and the graphic saying "and new, champions." So not a clear, just a hey, this is our new era of NXT kind of thing.
Yeah. It's pretty telling too because at this point, all three major WWE Women's Championships changed hands to kick off 2025. This is they're keeping their foot on everybody's necks and saying, "Hey, this is a new time, and these are the perfect women to lead us kind of into this revolution right now." I think that once the rosters are shaken up a little bit and have some fresh challengers for each of them, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this women's division in 2025.
Just look at the women's champions right now. You got Rhea, you got Tiffany, you got Julia, you got Chelsea Green as one of the mid-card champions. You're going to have either Dakota Kai or Lyra Valkyria as the IC. Fallon Henley's your North American right now, but I think
Bianca and Naomi.
We all think that's going to change. That Jade's still floating around as kind of a champion. Obviously, you missed the biggest one in Candice LeRae as the Speed champion, but that's on you. Again, go watch Speed. You tell me how great it is.
I was excited for the concept to start. Okay,
who's the current men's Speed champion?
Apollo Crews?
No. What?
I don't know.
I know Ricochet had it. That was all that I know.
In my soul, it felt
Crews.
Okay.
It's Dragon Lee, you mark.
Ooh,
not too bad of a mark. You didn't know it was Dragon Lee.
That is
Apollo Crews.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate.
I wish I could cut your feed.
I hate the Speed thing so much.
It's dumb.
This, just as a concept.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Like, that makes no sense. Like, oh yeah, we're absolutely going to have a winner in 3 minutes in these matches specifically, and not in any other matches, unless this was 1998. Then every match ended in 3 minutes.
Just bring back the Cruiserweight title. Let's call it a day.
Yeah, like,
don't. You'd rather have a championship that is defended on Twitter for 3 minutes and never shown on TV?
Man, I don't think that we need it per se, but I was excited at the concept in the beginning, and now I don't remember to keep up with it.
And I will say that is a good thing about it, is that it's not shoved down your throat. Like that 24/7 title, nobody cared about it like immediately. Yeah. But this one, at least we don't have to see this one. You choose, you literally decide. Yeah. You go out of your way if you want to see the Speed Championship.
Yeah. Now, come on. If we're going to bring up a 24/7 championship, I feel like if you did give R-Truth a chance to do something with this belt, that would be. I mean,
you could say that with anything. Yeah. You could say that with literally anything. If you just gave R-Truth a chance with it, it would be awesome.
I know. That's exactly why I'm saying it. It's just it. That's why I'm saying it. That'd be fun. That's all I'm saying.
No, thank you. Yes, it was a joke.
Yeah.
As soon as they debut, well, I mean, when you debut the ugliest title we've ever seen,
it never had a chance. Yeah, no,
it was terrible.
Mick Foley was so uncomfortable in that segment, dude. I remember feeling just secondhand embarrassment for the guy because you could tell he's just like, I don't want to be here right now.
God, what a time! He got to reveal the ugliest championship belts ever. Mick Foley did. He revealed the Red Demon Championship, the Raw one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did that, and he did the two ugliest titles he got to reveal.
God, he was a part of that hardcore championship reveal, and just ever since then, they were just like, "You're the guy, Mick. From now on, anytime an ugly belt comes out, because like the hardcore belt is objectively an ugly belt, but like it was so over, and we all
because it was made for him.
Yeah, like it was perfect. And now they're like, Mick, you can do this for every belt, right? I really can't.
So we didn't talk about this on Monday, but what did you guys think of Travis Scott's hardcore title?
Dude, that looked so fire. I like that.
Well, I mean, he was smoking a blunt on TV, but the actual like his take on the hardcore title, and like Pat says, I mean, duct tape and all, like it
was fine.
It was fun. It's if you put that on WWE Shop, like it's gonna get a second look.
I liked a lot about what happened in that entire segment, specifically revolving around Travis Scott. I was a big fan of a lot of it, dude. I'm not even like I don't dislike Travis Scott's music, but like I don't listen to it often at all. But like it made me want to just plop down and just listen to his entire discography. I was like, damn, dude, I think I'm a Travis Scott fan now for a bunch of reasons.
So what I hear is you're gonna get on the announce table and start eating.
Brother, I'm not getting on. Like, I'm going to tell you,
you should.
Dude, I'm not standing on a damn thing. I'll tell you that right now. Like, there's so many times. I can't tell you how many times we've been in the middle of calling a match, and Carmen would like fire up out of his seat because it was like this big moment. And like, I go to do it, and I just go, nah. I can see just fine from right here.
That's awesome. So no eating for you. That's fine. That's fine.
No, like sometimes it'll happen at TWE. Like somebody will I've seen Mo sit up before, and I'm like, dude, we're in a perch. Like we can see higher than everybody. I'm not trying to do that, man. I might hit the ceiling. I'm not messing around up here.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
It's time to talk about. It's time to talk about your favorite wrestler, Lexis King, and how he defeated Charlie Dempsey to retain the Heritage Cup. You're okay. That's fine. Go away. I don't care. He's gonna stay muted. He's okay. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's gonna do. But yeah, no. Lexis King finally getting an opportunity on TV, which is what the podcast dad has been begging for since he debuted, is to see him used as frequently as possible on NXT TV every single week. And now it seems that they've found something that works. Baby faced him for a little while, and now he's starting to turn into a sneaky heel, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It's putting him on TV. It's giving him something to do. Charlie Dempsey needs a rivalry. It's not like this is taking up too much TV time to have this Heritage Cup get some love. So I'm a fan. I'm going to start with Rob.
I'm just going to say this. Shut up. I ain't saying nothing yet. Lexis King Lexus King comes down to Georgia and has a program at Deep South with Skrilla the Great. And the next thing you know, really cool thing starts happening for Lexus on NXT. Coincidence? Probably, but I'm just saying that's that Skrilla the Great rub. That's all that I'm saying, dude. You're welcome, Lexus
I like
King.
it.
You're welcome.
Let's just be clear. That's all that he's going to say on camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is what that's it.
Yep. Yeah. Because last time we went a little off the rails, and we don't want that to happen yet.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, we're done. Is that it?
No, Ethan Page got to have
I'm talking about
some
Lexus
screen
King.
time.
Is that it?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's
Thank
it.
God.
We're moving on. It's
Good.
I wasn't gonna spend.
So
I
this Rock
know
segment,
you love the guy.
This Rock segment with Ethan Page. Why did he slap his ass and go sweet cheeks?
Just admiring the goods, dude.
Why did he do that?
Just admiring the goods, man. You know, every once in a while, as a person, as an individual who named somebody's finishing move Sweet Cheek Music, which admittedly is a name I stole from somebody else, it's sometimes you just see him and you got to say it.
I don't.
Happened to me, happened to Rock, happens to everybody.
I don't know if I want this Rock. Like, I was having so much fun with the final boss.
No, man, this is peak Rock. Peak Rock, just getting absolutely blitzed on his own tequila and then just going up and just stirring up shit on TV. That's the best Rock. That's the Rock I want.
And now he's doing
it's easy money right now too, you know,
or whatever he's doing. I'm not into this at all.
So, like, I didn't see that. As I said, I didn't see the show, but like, my wife told me that he just went up there and just started cussing up a storm and just did not care. And I'm like, that's what's up, dude. I love that. He was so. Yeah. I bet you he was so drunk. Monday and Tuesday night, both. He's probably drunk tonight, dude. He's right now just hanging out. He's like, dude, I'm gonna watch AEW for the lulls, and I'm just gonna pound this entire bottle of tequila before I do it. That's Dwayne right now. We're not so different, you and I.
I mean, he is. He's on the board.
Oh, he's the high chief.
He's doing his thing. I don't know. Like, it just seems like the final boss thing was like, oh, we're done. Hard cut off.
Yeah, what'd you expect?
I needed some closure.
That's not to say that it can't be revisited later.
He just slapped Ethan Page's ass on TV and called him sweet cheeks.
It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
you could also see Ethan Page's face. He was like, holy shit, this is The Rock. Oh my God, it's The Rock. Oh my God, it's The Rock.
Which is the appropriate reaction if we're being honest.
You could tell he was like, keep it cool. And you got Ava in the corner just smiling.
Well, and Paige is like admittedly a huge fan of The Rock and has credited so much of like his own influences on The Rock. Yeah. And yeah, I'm sure for that moment, dude, if The Rock slapped me on my ass, I'd be pretty pumped about it, you know?
He did. He's like, see you on the main roster. It was like, oh.
Dude, cool. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not crazy about that line. But once again, as we all know, The Rock was wasted, clearly. Yeah. I don't care for that line so much because I don't, especially now that NXT is this big 2-hour show and it's on television and everything now, like it is taken legitimately seriously as a third brand. I feel like you kind of diminish it whenever you say things like that. Yeah. Rock wasn't thinking like that. He was just drunk. I'm not busting his balls. I'm just saying that maybe he should have just taken 2 shots shy of what he did. And then maybe he would have thought about that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Dwayne, you and I aren't so different. We put a little bit too much of something in our system, and then we go and put our foot in our mouth. It happens, dude. It happens to everybody in wrestling, and I'm glad that me and you are like this, Dwayne.
How I'm gonna get. Do I want to get us in trouble or no?
Oh God.
Hey, as long as it's not me, let's go.
How did AEW fumble Ethan Page?
Dude, I asked that same exact question the other day. Like literally worded it just like that.
How did they fumble that? Like, because he has been presented as a star over there, and it's working.
Yeah. Like I think whenever he was doing the tag team with Scorpio, it was cool at first. I really liked it, but it overstayed its welcome, and then they went nowhere. Like it literally, they were just like, I guess we've got Ring of Honor now. He can go do that, which sucks, dude. Like he's so charismatic. Like he's a guy that, and especially during like that pandemic era, when they were still having to film at Daly's place all the time, dude, he carried so many segments. Like it got over, like the idea of like what shirt is he gonna wear this week got so over on social media. Like Ethan Page is one of those guys you can just give him just the littlest nugget of something and he can run with it. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, how did you just sit there and go, I will just let him work some matches on Ring of Honor? Like, come on, dude, that guy?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna say the same thing about Ricky Starks in a couple months. So
yeah. And just so we can at least balance it out, how did WWE fuck up Keith Lee? There we go. See it. All right, so cancel it out. We're good.
They did do that. They did do the hell out of that.
I mean, I can give you 2 words if you want to.
Let's not.
He's no longer with the company. But...
I mean, that's fine. But you've been saying a lot of names you shouldn't have this fucking week. So let's
He's not on the list. I can't say.
Well, I'm okay. Well, still, I'm just
pal.
Oh,
okay. What?
Okay. Nope.
He said ow. I said snow.
No, I said pal.
They said ow. I was like, damn, dude, what Al Snow have to do with
fucking Al Snow, man? That guy. He's the reason Keith Lee failed.
Damn, dude.
Okay, how did AEW fumble Keith Lee?
He just okay, so that's not their fault.
Yeah, there's a lot of health stuff.
Like, he came on TV with white hair.
Dude, that's him, dude. Like,
that was weird.
I'm sure they talked to him about it. I'm sure they were like, "Hey, man, we've got a person that can do stuff about that." And I'm sure
Tony Khan was like, "Go do whatever you want. I don't care."
No, dude, I'm sure they were like, "Hey, man, like we have a barber on staff," and Keith was like, "Indubitably," or whatever he says, like it was whatever it was. Like, I'm sure he was fine with it, dude. Keith's the man. I don't want that to sound like I'd love Keith. I'm a massive Keith Lee fan. But like that dude, just like, let's face facts. He says some funny shit whenever he does promos. Like, he says words I didn't know were real. I love it.
That's pretty good. All right, let's talk about somebody that I don't think they can fumble. I don't think anybody can fumble. Obafemi is the new NXT champion, and
yes,
I was shocked that they did it last night and that he pinned Trick Williams. Like, I was, wow, okay. Like, we're doing this, and they're doing the new era. So I don't know who the hell beats Obafemi. He's probably going to hold the title for ever, if I had to guess. Like, it's going to have to be like another major signing or something, I would think.
Yeah, there's nobody that I can see immediately right now that you put him one-on-one. Like, I mean, he's already decimated half the roster.
I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
I don't want to find out yet.
Beat him, but
yeah, broken clock.
What?
Broken clock, right twice a day.
Rights or right? Which one?
Don't be asking him questions right now, dude. He can't handle this. He cannot handle this stress.
I know. What is it? Do they write on the clock, or is the clock right?
A broken.
Come on.
Broken clock is right twice a day. Is that better?
That's a good
is
job.
That better?
Good job.
Okay, even if one's broken, find a nut. Like, is that? Okay.
Oh, look at him, dude. He got 2 of them, man. Look at that.
Wow. Look at this
yeah. I
That's
got
impressive.
Fucking mistakes around here.
You guys do not understand how impressive that is right now for him. That's a big deal. We're all very excited for Mr. Cincinnati right now.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, you can say that all you want, but of the hosts of this show, one of us knows how to say Takeshita.
Ooh, so we're taking shots, are we? Is that what we want to do?
What do you say, Podcast Dad?
Is that what we want? Takeshita? Is that?
Oh, wrong? He says "nah" at the end. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm white. Man. Sorry.
So, all right.
I'm white and from Ohio. What do you want from
Ohio.
Me?
From Ohio has something to do with it. For sure. Let me ask you guys a question. Now that we're talking about
Mexican
Ohio,
food is Taco Bell. Like, what do you want from me?
Now that we're talking about Ohio, I want to ask you guys a question. A friend of mine just recently got me into an artist that's from Ohio. That's like, it's like my favorite thing in the world right now. You guys listen to Bill Murray? Like the artist?
Oh,
no.
No, dude, y'all gotta do that. No, dude, y'all gotta do that, dude. It's the guy. He used to be like the guitar player and singer from Attack Attack. He's got a band called Bill Murray, and from Ohio. It's so good, dude. Like, I've been blaring it nonstop, dude. Like, I'm sure I'm sure everybody that rides in my car whenever I do an Uber pickup is sick of hearing it by this point. But geez, dude, like, that's all I'm listening to right now.
Bill.
I like it.
But I do want to say something real quick about that.
NXT main event.
That NXT main event. So, like, A, I like Obafemi. That's a big dude. 2, I like Trick. I don't have no problems with Trick.
Uh-oh.
But the fans chanting "whoop that Trick" is so stupid because he's Trick.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, beat his ass specifically. This guy that we like, we want you to beat his ass. That's what I'm thinking every time the fans start chanting "whoop that Trick." And it makes no sense. Why? Why did you do that? You know better than why did you? I like everything else. I like everything else about him. There's a lot to like there.
It got over, you know.
That's so dumb.
There is a phrase that we like to use on this show, right? Don't put logic into pro wrestling because it will never work. We have been chanting what for 2 decades.
And it's about time that fucking ended too.
But now we're chanting, yeah.
Well, good thing is I think
Yeah.
I think what is going away. I feel like what is very much going away. 2, so I know that last night you guys had Zach Mosley on.
Yep.
Fun fact that I'm sure a lot of people don't know. Me and Zach Mosley at one point at separate times were a part of the same creative team. There was a promotion in Thomaston, Georgia called Main Event Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I was a part of the creative team. And then whenever I left out of the creative team, Zach Mosley became part of the creative team. And Zach tried to pull me in once or 2 times. He tried to pull me back. And I was like, no, thank you. I want nothing to do with that. And part of the problem was I tried to do that too much. I tried to apply logic to things, and it really upset people. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm just like, can it make sense? And they're like, we can't afford for it to make sense. I'm like, all right, well.
Yeah, again.
That happened a lot.
This kind of goes back to The Rock. Like, didn't The Rock destroy Cody Rhodes outside of his bus and bloody him up? And then all of a sudden, they're enjoying a nice, neat Wheatley together?
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Right?
Fairness, though. In fairness, as somebody who grew up outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and got in fights with people literally all the time, if there's anything that can bring you together, it's alcohol. So that might have been just just have a shot of Terramana, have a shot of Wheatley. You know, look at us both being part of the alcohol industry. You know, they were pumped on that.
Yeah, I'll stick with Terramana. Sorry, Cody.
I haven't had Wheatley yet, dude. I see it every time I see it every time I go to the store. Clearly, I'm a Smirnoff guy because it's cheap. This was this was full at first.
Oh, we're not American beer over here, brother.
Brother, I'm buying was cheaper. I don't give a damn, dude. Like, dude, if Taka made a blueberry, I'd have that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So a funny story about that. Heather, my wife, asked me last night. She's like, "Did they boo him?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "But why?" And I'm like, "Oh, babe." And boy, did we go down a rabbit hole. And she's like, "Oh, he's a bad person."
Essentially, yes.
Yeah. She's like, "I didn't understand." I'm like, wrestling.
I love wrestling. I hate wrestling.
It's the best.
I love it so much.
I love it and I hate it.
Podcast Ed, do you have that AEW card up for this evening?
No, I didn't know we were doing that.
Oh, well, you pulled it up on the vamp for a second. I will. Thank you to everybody that has joined us this evening. As always, make sure you follow us on X at Junkies Pod. But again, do us a huge favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We need your help to get there. I believe as of current count, the number is 408. So all you got to do is just tell one person. I hear some children in the background. Tell one person. Share it with them. If you liked what we're doing here, we get to have the fucking fantastic Rob Weathers hanging out with us every once in a while. We just like to get lit and talk some shit. So yeah, subscribe. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that one coming up.
And we haven't even talked that much shit yet.
We haven't.
This is the one. I'm getting ready to talk some shit. This is the one thing AEW needs to do better. Is they need to fucking promote better. I'm trying to scroll to find this shit.
See, and I purposely so instead, because I know usually the deal, break the fourth wall down for everybody at home. Usually the deal whenever we do these, is, if Carmen was on here, is this supposed to be like a Weed Wednesday gimmick? Because Carmen doesn't drink, and that's the whole reason why we did that the first time that I had an edible. Yeah. I found out I was over at Zicky Dice's house earlier. That's a name drop for you guys. I know you guys are homies with
Love
Zicky
him.
as well.
Yeah.
I was over at Zicky's house earlier, and we were having that talk because he was like, dude, I have to stop smoking weed and going live on Twitch. And I told him, I was like, dude, I had this experience the last time I did Wrestling Junkies where I ate an edible, and I just went on and said all kinds of shit I really shouldn't have said. So I said, I'm going to have a drink tonight because instead, whenever I drink, I'll tell you everything I like about you against your will. Like I'm a very positive drinker, and my therapist has been trying to like hammer home that positivity shit with me lately. So I was like, I can't do an edible this time, but Carmen doesn't drink, so we had to do what we had to do. But we'll run it back next time, and we'll get him. Dude, y'all should have seen real quick before we get into what's happening with AEW. The last time that we did this, so. Carmen had said something towards the end of that episode about the fact that I was about to go nonverbal in like 15 minutes.
Yes.
Nailed that. Yep. He was 100% correct. I was in the bed less than 20 minutes later. Here's the thing about Carmen that nobody knows about, except for everybody in locker rooms that I've told.
And everybody watching right now.
He was, I hope he sees this too, dude. He was holding it together so well during that whole interview, and I was not. He was holding it together so well. And then right after we get done talking, literally right after I shut my laptop down, he stands up where I'm in my living room right now. He stands up and walks towards my fireplace. And then he just starts like practicing like some karate in front of my Jay Briscoe poster, dude. And I'm like, what is happening? He's just like, he's like into it, dude. I'm like,
wait,
what
does he actually know karate?
Right, no, he was just like it was wild. It was ferocious whenever he did it. I was like, what are you doing right now, dude? And then he just threw his arms up like this and then went and laid down. I was like, what just happened? He held it together so well during the podcast. The second we wrapped, it just hit him so bad.
That's awesome. Love it. Channeling his inner Aaron Wade. Good job.
Dude, I love that guy.
That's gonna get me some. He yelled at me last time.
Dude, here's the thing.
It's okay. I was talking shit to him on Twitter today already.
Look, here's the thing. Let's shut it down real quick. All right. Let's shut it down real quick. All right. I know we're not supposed to like Aaron Wade for obvious reasons. There's plenty that he's given us. Mm-hmm. Now I don't like that little shit, that little white belt. I don't like. I don't like Thing 2. I don't give a damn about that little bastard. All right, is his neck broken or not?
Broken freaking neck.
Is it broken or not? I don't know, dude. He's reffing matches now. I don't like him. All right, but dude, there's a lot to like about Aaron Wade. Like that dude's, he's good at this wrestling thing, dude. He's pretty good.
That's fine. You can be good at it. Doesn't mean I gotta like you, Hakeem Young.
Hey, man. Hakeem Young's another one, dude. Here's
that motherfucker. No.
Don't you do it?
Hold up.
Not here.
Hold up.
Nope. You're not
about
to
chill for a second. We'll talk about this. We'll figure it out. I told you, I'm on business positive, Rob. Damn it. I'm saying nice things about everybody. I just got Hakeem Young his debut on TWE with Crash Course 50.
Oh no.
I did that. He said, Rob Weathers, what do I do? How do I go to TWE? And I said, you get in the car with me, Hakeem Young. That's what you do. And he did it. And we had us a great time. And Hakeem Young, he didn't win. If that make you feel better.
Well, of course he didn't win.
Of course he didn't win. What do you mean, of course he didn't win?
Dude, he didn't win. Did he cheat?
He's a Coastal Chaos champion right now, dude. And that was a great
it took him 3 fucking tries, and he fucked it up the first 2.
It happens.
3 times, 9 months.
Here's another nice thing I want to say before we go to AEW. I'm hijacking your show right now is what I'm doing.
Yes, you are.
Once again, at least I recognize it this time. Last time I was just doing it.
You did go for 20.
So
minutes.
I did. So I know y'all had Mosley on last night. I love that guy. I love Coastal Empire. I did one show with them last year. Zach wanted me to come in and do a couple of other ones, but I had a ridiculous schedule last year and I couldn't commit to them. Hopefully, I get to work with them again down here in the future. But I absolutely love everything they're doing down there at Coastal. I know a lot of people don't like. Look, I love Fro. Fro's a guy that I've been super tight with since he, both of us broke into the business. And that match though with him and Hakeem was so good. Like Hakeem duct taping him to the table and then splashing him. Dude, regardless how you feel about him, that's fire. Like, that's a fire way to handle business. And he gave him a chance. He's like, you can just quit or I'm going to fuck you up. And Fro was spitting his face, which I give it to Fro. He's got that dog in him, dude. I've known Fro for a long time. That's a tough dude. And he's got that dog. And that was I love everything they're doing right now, dude. Like, if there's anybody that I think could really like sweep the Georgia Wrestling History Awards here in a few weeks, like Coastal did so many good things in 2024.
Yes, they did.
So good, dude. I love those guys so much. I love everything they're putting out.
And while Hakeem can be proud that he took the Coastal Chaos Championship, whatever, he will be taking on Randall Reno III for the CEW Heavyweight Championship on January 18th at Jandemonium 2. Fro, give him hell. Randall Reno has deserved to be punched in the face for a fucking minute now, and now that Pastor Jakes is out of the way, we also got Dax Anthony in the house here as well, and I guess we'll say Hakeem Cam Jackson. That title's going up the damn street. So
come on, Cam Jackson,
dude. I'm just saying, man. Like I'm just so Reno's another guy. You can hate him, and it's super easy to hate him.
We do.
You have so many good reasons to hate him. But like as far as somebody like I worked with Hakeem a lot. That promotion, Main Event Wrestling, I was talking about a little while ago. I worked with Randy. I worked with Randy Reno a lot over there, and Randy is unbelievably like just the way that he guarantees every time he gets in the ring, he is getting a reaction, a very loud one. And people might not think, hey, they're not cheering, so it doesn't count. It sure as hell counts. Like that, I've never seen people hate somebody as fast as I've seen people hate Randy Reno, and Hakeem's kind of up there too. Both they're big singles champions right now. I feel the same way about two guys that are just so quick to make sure that you hate their guts, and they thrive on that. I love that.
Yeah, if they're not making noise, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
nice.
Big time. Y'all should have heard whenever the crowd popped whenever I hit that stinger splash on Donald Jakes, dude. Y'all should have heard how loud they got, dude. I nailed that dude, and everybody in the crowd went, "Oh!" And I was like, "Yeah."
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Dude, D-Money passed me the collection plate. He was like, dude, hit him with this. And I was like, bet. And I smacked him son of a bitch with it. Dude, it was so awesome.
He deserved it.
Did y'all see what he did to me 3 weeks before?
Yeah,
dude, he had his boy Krogan Scholes hit me with a Uranagi. My neck wasn't right for like a week after that. And Donald Jakes started kicking me when I was down, dude. What kind of little scumbag? Who you think, dude?
Well, he got taken out of handcuffs.
I'm in a hierarchy, boy. We don't play them games. We don't play them games, dude.
He figured it out, didn't he?
Oh.
He learned.
He learned.
Yeah.
He learned big time, dude.
He did. He did.
All right, what were we talking about?
I don't remember. What was I supposed to look at?
Dynamite preview for tonight. What do we got?
Oh, we have Bobby Lashley taking on Mark Briscoe.
Okay.
I like that.
Buddy Matthews.
I like Mark Briscoe. I don't care what happens in the match. I just like seeing Mark.
Yeah.
Buddy Matthews takes on Will Ospreay.
Oh, good Lord, that's gonna be
that'll
fun
be
one.
good. That'll be
super
super
really good.
That'll be a real good 11-minute match.
We have the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Double J is going for the world title and number one in this one. I don't get it, but okay.
Yeah, the winner gets a championship match next week against John Moxley in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
That's fire.
Yeah, we do. Kenny Omega returns.
Love it.
Say what he's going to do. Winner gets a number one spot in the women's Casino Gauntlet match next week at Maximum Carnage. Chris Statlander, Tony Storm, and Willow Nightingale.
Fun. Okay.
MJF appears.
Nice.
And Jeff Jarrett appears.
All right. Hey, that doesn't sound bad.
No.
That doesn't sound bad at all. I almost might think about watching the show tonight. And that's no disrespect to them. I don't watch much. Like I'll keep up with what I need to keep up with, but I don't watch a lot of like whenever you have to call usually 6 to 8 hours of wrestling every weekend.
Sure.
At least for me, I don't go back and Carmen's nuts for staying up to date with as many promotions as he does. I can't do it, dude.
I can't. And we just do a podcast, but there are times where I need a break.
Dude, even whenever I was doing my podcast, like I would watch the pay-per-views when they happened. Like if it was a show I wasn't booked on, I'm not watching Raw, dude. I'm not.
Raw's been good,
and it's no disrespect. I watched a majority of the Netflix one
Mm-hmm.
But like, I thought there were some interesting choices. Like, I clearly understand that, they understood there were a lot of people, potentially millions of people that had never watched the product before. So they wanted to put their best foot forward. But I'm like, yeah, but like, you shouldn't let all the baby faces win, because I think you're setting an unfair precedent, because you're going to start breaking their heart next week. And they're going to be like, what happened here? I thought all the good guys won all the time.
No, that's how you get them. That's how you get them. Break their hearts.
Oh, he got them.
Why do you think I'm still holding on to Shinsuke Nakamura? You keep breaking my heart. Oh, he's got a new character. He just won the U.S. title. He's going to lose it on SmackDown.
Yeah, dude, that hurts so much.
Like, hasn't yet, though. So,
like, I never thought about it.
He's got a title match on SmackDown.
I never thought about it until you said it earlier that he really did peak with that NXT run.
Yeah, the first match.
He really did. Oh, that opening match with Sammy was so good.
That was it. That was the peak of Nakamura.
It lives rent free in my head. Yeah,
that was the
wild. Peak. And he was just so good in New Japan, dude.
Oh, yeah. And then he kicked AJ Styles in the balls
a bunch of times
at WrestleMania,
and then a bunch of times after that, at like every pay-per-view after that.
And that's what it was. It was oh man, he won the Rumble. Oh man, he won the IC title.
I'm like, AJ, cup check every once in a while, dude. Shit, Jesus Christ, he's going for it. Come on, it just kept happening.
You see what you're doing there? Logic.
See, that's why.
Logically,
that's
after
why
the first time you go, probably going to put a cup on.
And that's why Zach Mosley took my place as a creative writer in Main Event Wrestling back in 2022, because I was trying to apply logic.
Yeah. It's tough, because you think about it, like, you don't do that. And you're like, no.
So one
the
time,
story's done.
So quick story. One time, Zach Mosley and the other guy that wrote creative, his name was Mike. They got in a big fight one time over like how to like, hey, we're trying to advance a story between this guy and this guy. Like, what do we do? And like, they got in an argument over like, Zach wanted to do like some intricate backstage segment, and Mike wanted to do some other thing. And then they like wound up calling me, and it got me in like a voice call with both of them. And they're like, Rob, what do we do? And I was just like, why can't you just have the guys do a promo? And they just said, one guy says, I want to fight you. And the guy says, you know what? You're right. I want to fight you too. And they're like, God damn, Rob, that's good. And Zach was like, do you want to come back to the creative shit? You want me to like send you emails and stuff? I was like, no, I don't. Like, I was like, guys, it's really this easy. I don't want to do that at all.
It could be, every once in a while.
Just logic, dude.
When it gets crazy, you're like, just put a cup on.
Yeah, like, you literally, like, just apply a little bit of logic to it, guys. Let's make sense of it.
Well, Rob, fucking A, it has been a goddamn pleasure to have you on tonight. Before we let you go, tell everybody what you have coming up. Where can they follow you and keep up with what you're doing in 2025?
Man, it's a whole bunch. I'd say the three big promotions, Diamond Championship Wrestling down in Mobile, TWE up in Chattanooga. Absolutely love those guys. And then AWE here in Atlanta. Been making big moves with all three of those promotions. As we said this weekend, TWE's got everything has changed, and I have a very bad feeling it is just the beginning of everything changing at TWE. It's going to get wild. AWE, I absolutely love everything we're doing here in Atlanta. I've been a part of the hierarchy for the last few months, and that's been an absolutely wild ride. And getting to beat the shit out of Donald Jakes is one of my favorite things in the world. And I don't think anything will beat that ever. Outside of that, I'm Dave. I've got my Mississippi debut next week. Me and Carmen are going to be with Pro Wrestling Adrenaline up in North Mississippi, just south of Memphis. Looking forward to that. And follow me at Sweet Sexy Rob on all social media, and I'll tell you what else is going on there.
Love it. Well, it's great to see you. It sucks that Carmen couldn't join us, but it's all right. We know that he'll be back, and we know that you'll be back too. It's always a pleasure.
Sure.
Podcast Dad, you did fine tonight. For Sweet Sexy Rob, for the Podcast Dad of Mr. Cincinnati, and thank you for everybody that joined us tonight. We will be back tomorrow night to wrap up the week. We're gonna talk some Dynamite. We're gonna talk some Dynamite. I don't know what else there is. Like, I can't think of my wrestling calendar right now.
Bring it home. Come on, you were so close. Bring it home.
All right, I'm just gonna look at the fucking calendar is what I'm gonna do. All right, how about that?
Oh my god. Just end the show, dude.
When you guys gonna come back? When you guys gonna come back to Chattanooga? Watch TW? Y'all wait until SCI again or what?
No. So we are discussing a little trek down for Jameson's show March 28th. We are one of the sponsors, and quite frankly, I got the deathmatch itch, and I want to watch something live. So
that's the day before my birthday. That's the day before my birthday. I don't know if I'm booked on that show. I'm probably not, but I might still come and hang out.
You should still come and hang out. So it sounds. I mean, there we go, podcast dad. I like it. Great job tonight, everybody. We survived this episode for Rob Weathers, for the podcast dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. We will be back tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody.